Welcome, lovely spirits, to UnEarthly Life. Before we start, let me say you don't need to be ready for this conversation. You don't need to understand it yet. You just need to be here. This isn't a podcast about fixing your life. It's not about motivation. It's not about becoming a better version of yourself. This is a space for people whose lives work, but something inside them doesn't. And if that sentence made your chest feel a little heavy or strangely relieved, then you're exactly where you need to be. Here in Unearthly Life, your mirror guide. Let me start here. There's a quiet kind of suffering that doesn't look like pain. It doesn't come with chaos. It doesn't come with obvious loss. It comes with functionality. You wake up, you do what you're supposed to do, you show up, you're capable, you're responsible. And yet something feels muted, not broken, not dramatic, just distant. You might even tell yourself, I should be grateful, or other people have it worse, or nothing is actually wrong. And that's part that hurts the most. Because when nothing is wrong, you don't feel allowed to question anything, but slowly, gently, you stop feeling inside your own life. This isn't depression in the way people expect. This is disconnection without language. And most people never talk about it because how do you explain feeling empty when everything looks full? Here's what I want you to hear clearly. Nothing went wrong with you. You didn't fail to become yourself. You adapted. At some point, usually quietly, early, unconsciously, you learned who you needed to be to stay safe, loved, accepted, or needed. Maybe you learned to be strong. Maybe you learned to be useful. Maybe you learned to be agreeable. Or maybe you learned to be successful. And those adaptations worked. They built a life, they built stability, they built identity. But adaptations are not the same as truth. They are strategies, they are responses, they are intelligent survival. And when you live too long inside survival, even successful survival, your inner world goes quiet. Not because it's gone, but because it learned not to speak. This is why people say things like, I don't know what I want anymore, or I feel disconnected from myself, or I don't know who I am without my roles. It's not confusion, it's honesty surfacing without words yet. For many people, this awareness comes during a pause, a slowdown, a life change, a moment of stillness they didn't plan. Sometimes it comes at night when the noise stops and the questions get louder. You might start asking things like, is this it? Why does my life feel finished even though it's not? Or why do I feel restless when nothing is wrong? This is usually the moment people panic. They think something is breaking, but nothing is breaking. This is the moment awareness arrives. Awareness is uncomfortable because it interrupts autopilot. It asks you to feel what you've been overriding. And the hardest part, awareness doesn't give instruction, it just reveals. That's why the face feels disorienting. You can't unsee what you've noticed, but you don't yet know what to do with it. And that's okay. You're not behind, you're early. Let me reflect something back to you. This feeling you're having, this dissatisfaction, the inner distance, the sense that something wants your attention. It's not asking you to destroy your life. It's asking you to stop abandoning yourself inside it. You don't need a dramatic exit. You don't need a reinvention. You don't need answers today. You need honesty, gentle honesty, the kind that sounds like, I've been living from expectation, not alignment. I've been functioning, not feeling. I've been loyal to what works, not to what's true. That honesty is not dangerous. It's grounding. And it doesn't demand action. It asks for presence. This is the heart of the mirror guide, not changing who you are, but seeing yourself clearly again. Here's what most spaces get wrong. They rush you to solutions, to steps, to clarity, to outcome. But awareness doesn't need to be rushed. It needs to be respected. So instead of asking, what should I do? Try try sitting with questions like, what part of me went quiet to keep things working? Where do I feel more disconnected in my body? What do I feel when I stop distracting myself? No pressure to answer, just notice. Integration begins with listening, not deciding. And if all you can do right now is name that something feels off, that's already movement. Still is not stagnation. Sometimes it's recalibration. If this episode felt like it was speaking directly to you, I want you to know something. You are not alone in this space. Even though it feels private, even though it feels isolating, many people are standing at this same inner doorway, aware enough to feel the misalignment, brave enough to stay with it, patient enough not to run. This podcast isn't here to push you forward. It's here to sit with you while you listen inward. You don't need to fix anything today. You don't need to decide anything today. Just don't look away. If this mirrors something in you, stay. More conversations are coming. This is UnEarthly Life, and I am Lovely, your life and intuitive coach. And you are always welcome here.